Alright, welcome back to another E7 video. Today we're gonna be doing some I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna go over the whole showcase, but I'm probably just gonna split them off into different videos maybe because there's a lot to go over. And a lot of things with my predictions as well. So here, this section we're gonna go over ML Ras and ML Mercedes coming. I knew it was gonna be Mercedes because I told you guys. Oh, I told you. Because I mean, most people probably guessed that, right? Yulha was close second, but Mercedes, yeah, it's like there's no way they upgrade Yulha that much because she's so slim. I don't know they buff her that much, you know. That was the most likely case. All right, so the hero everybody's been waiting for, Genesis Ras. All right, we knew it would be releasing the Mystic Summon. Yep. Some people think he would because we saw those mystics, those the special mystics in the patch before. Remember I mentioned that as well. That's why I didn't think he was going to be free. I did put him for free in my prediction, so technically I still won that. All right. Um, technically I still won that. But yeah. I mean, huge shout out to Epic 7 for giving him for free, and he is quite the character. If I do say so much. So, but yeah, he's going to be a free farmable unit. Now, my guess, you shouldn't be there for something more. So, how exactly can players get Genesis Ras? Yes. Truly special being to release for 7th anniversary. And this is like one of my things that I wanted for the game as well. Like Genesis Raz is a special case because he's the MC, but I wanted them to have anniversary units. Like they need to do something like this, like going forward, right, into the rest of the anniversaries. They need like big anniversary units, like staples. Maybe just make them like big versions of other characters. Like we have Raz now. Maybe they can do like another Iceria, a light Iceria, or something like that. Since you're already getting Mercedes, things like that, right? After August 28th, you can go to the lobby to find and play the exclusive Genesis Raz content. Now, they don't show us what these are, and these are not in like actual language. This is like video game language. A lot of games use this thing. I don't think it's actually a language, unless I'm wrong. You let me know. But my guess is gonna take. I think each of these are there's 4 things here. I think each of these might take a week, so it may be like a month to unlock Genesis Raz, and that's being generous. I think it might be. It could be even longer. Each one of these is probably gonna have different missions inside of them. As you clear missions, you gradually restore his power. No, is it 4 missions? I don't think it's 4 missions, but we will see. It's something similar to the I guess it's similar to the Moonlight connection that we have, right? So I guess it could be just 4 missions, but I'm thinking it's gonna be longer than that to do this. Oh, you keep building him up, unlocking him, and then you fully get him right here. Oh, it's really nice that his model is updating as well. Like you see the thing in his chest, it comes up and now it's like glowing because he's fully open. And then you get also memory imprint materials for him. In the end, you'll not only recruit Genesis Raz, but also receive exclusive memory imprint ingredients to get into Triple S. Yeah, which is very good. So he's kind of like a boss character, but he don't buy them. He just farm them. So yeah. Well, are these missions going to be too hard? Nothing going to require something overly complicated. Okay. First appeared in the sixth world episode. Yeah. Players will need to clear the six. Okay. Which is basically just clearing the tutorial. Um, what are we seeing here? Do we see any hints here? Not really. The missions are designed to match his strength. A bit of a challenge. Hmm. Presented a way that even players new to A7 did 103 leaves. Wait, what is this? Is it use 100 leaves? I don't know, or is it just what we're getting 100 leaves? What's going on here? 510 out of 200 stigma. What's going on here? Be able to get him. They keep playing consistent. Like using 100 leaves, that's not bad with like Rift especially. But it's gonna be a long, right? Yeah, they keep playing consistently. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get him. Another night, guys. Another night. Lena's going to get a lot of reactions. Many players are probably looking curious about his performance, right? Alright. So yeah, let's go look at Genesis Ras. The voice actor, very good, you know? And you can hear that he's Raz as well. His voice. Obviously, he's the same voice actor, but you know. This is such a beautifully designed character, man. I can't believe it. That is free. Mm-hmm. Now we just get these showcase. Let's see. I mean, I already know what he does. I've seen it live, but let's break it down with you guys. The animation just top tier as always, man. So yeah, we saw attack for the team.
As the very first iteration of the goddess created as her own embodiment, Genesis Ras holds more than enough divinity to take on the archdemon. Due to his lack of understanding of humans as a whole, he's often found acting.
He was the first creation by the goddess.
Approach humans without hesitation at first. When he later realized that his resplendent divinity struck both awe and fear into those around him, Ras gradually withheld expressing his thoughts. While true that Ras is closer to the divine than he is to humanity, it may actually be his unbending will, despite his numerous regressions, and not his divinity, that separates him from being a human.
Yeah, so yeah. Your introduction, let's go. Okay, so oh, as far as his stats goes, he has fairly decent stats. Not high attack, but he's not an attack scaler. He's an HP scaler, so that's okay. He has decent defense, decent HP, very low speed, no crit chance, and he has some ER, right? Health imprint for himself and attack for the team. All right, so let's see. Okay. Now, let's go for the skill 3. Now, This is quite the skill. Right, that's quite the skill, man. Animation is beautiful. Attacks all enemies with divinity and penetrates the target's defense. Wait, penetrates the target's defense. So he penetrates by 100%. Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's max health. Now, damage dealt increases with fewer enemies, which in longer battles it is going to be very good in longer battles, and of course in content where there's not many bosses, right? If there's like 3 instead of 4 or 2 instead of 4, something like that, right? At the start of the first battle, grant Sacred Covenant for 5 turns. Sacred Covenant for 5 turns, right? So let's go over the Sacred Covenant. So he cannot be afflicted with any debuffs. This is similar to Bystander Hua Young, but the difference is Bystander Hua Young, she also can't be buffed. Raz can be buffed, so you can help him with a lot of things to keep him alive and everything like that. Um, the second part of this, he's also immune to some harmful effects. Now you might say it's similar to Sage Vivian, but Sage Vivian is only immune to debuffs. She's not immune to like resets or anything like that. Raz should be immune to skill resets. He should be immune to. Obviously, we'll see in the showcase. He's immune to CR pushback. I don't know if he's immune to injury, although I think it does count. And the one thing that I'm hoping for, which I don't know if that's going to be the case, is if he is immune to extinction. I don't think so. I wouldn't think it's immune to extinction. I don't know. We don't have a yellow block. Like we don't have a yellow block on a character, so we don't know if that works. If there's like a yellow block on a character that stays even after they die, that's the only way we would know, right? But we don't know. So I don't know if he's immune to extinction, but he should be immune to CR pushback. He should be immune to injury, maybe. Skill resets, things like that. I said CR pushback. CR pushback, skill resets, injury, those things like that, right? I don't know. I think he might be immune. He might be also immune to Renak's skill effect, but I'm not sure. He might be immune to that as well. Renak's debuff. Alright. So that's this. And also, even when he dies, he revives with 100% health, which is a better Holy Sack. I think Holy Sack just revives you at half HP with a barrier. So, one thing is, you can probably try to run him with Holy Sack as well. Maybe he'll get 2 revives. I don't know if it's gonna work like that. If this is gonna trigger first and then Holy Sack afterwards on the second revive, or it's just gonna trigger to get her. I don't know. But we'll see. It would be cool if Holy Sack procs first and he comes back with this thing, but it disappears when he dies, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it disappears when he dies. Yeah, that animation, very good. Alright, skill 2. Alright, the skill 2, Chains of Binding. Alright. After inflicting Seal, this is very strong, Seal, and Disintegration, which is a new debuff on the enemy for 2 turns, attacks the enemy. A critical hit will grant an extra turn. Alright, damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's max health. Now, Disintegration, let's go over that. It decreases max health by 25%. This effect is doubled when applied to heroes. Now, this is basically 50% of your HP is just going to get nuked. It doesn't matter. 50% of your HP is going to get nuked, and then press the S3 and then kill one of your teammates, right? That is very crazy to me. The only thing, in my perspective, it doesn't change how strong the character is. Like, they have sealed, they got 50% HP reduction technically, like max injury almost, right? That is max injury, 50% HP. Yeah, it's not injury, it's not actual injury, but for the sake of the video, we just say that, right? So The only thing wrong with this is not wrong, but the only thing that that the cherry on top could have been was a strip. If this thing had a strip, oh my god, I don't even know how you deal with this thing, and with the slow burn as well. Ignore ER. I don't know how you. This will be that would take the character to insane levels. He's already at insane levels with that S3 alone, but he will, further beyond kind of thing. But yeah, so if you're fighting against another turn 2 player, they might have immunity buffers and things like that. If they have like a ARAM and someone on your team went first, then they could have that 3-turn immunity, which he can strip. So you might see like Bellions come into the meta. You might see more Bellions popping up maybe on third pick. You might see things like Candy also trying to stop the crit from happening. You might see Candy, things like that. So keep in mind also, keep it in mind that things like that could happen. I'm looking at it in a vacuum, but obviously there's a full team to fight, right? There's a full team to fight, so it's not always that simple. But it's a very strong skill. The only thing that's missing is a strip. Obviously, you can have somebody to go before him and strip, and a lot of people have been telling me that he's so slow. Anyways, by the time he gets a turn, the enemy's immunities and everything will have already ran out. So there's that. Okay, the skill one Holy Blade attacks the enemy with a sword blast and increases combat radius of the caster by 25%, which is a lot, by the way. When you hit Boss Arunka, she gets like the same push, right? And you see how fast she cycles. So imagine this character on a counter set or Elbrus Ritual Sword for the counters, and I think Elbrus would be a good pick, since if he's on counter set, people would not want to focus him, right? Nobody wants to get hit by that thing. Nobody wants to get hit by that thing, alright? So nobody wants to get hit by that. So if he's on Elbrus, it helps if they don't focus him, and if he's on counter, if they try to focus him, then he will come through. I don't know if Elbrus comes for yourself. If I don't know if Elbrus comes from for yourself, I should check it right now, but I'm checking it right now. But yeah, I think it does. Cause yeah, I think it should. Cause Mort has that passive where you can counter, and he has the Elbrus, right? He has the built-in Elbrus. So if it counts for yourself, that's good. Then you just put him on Elbrus, and then you give him the new revival set, and then you play off of that. So he gets combat readiness from the Elbrus procs, and then he's gonna get a 50% CR push from the new gear set. Alright, so there's that. Yeah, we saw him with the Laya. 25% is a lot. Like 2 counters, and that's a 50% CR push. So if you have if you have him at like around 150 speed, and he can proc that like twice, he could cut a lot of units actually. He could cycle. He can end up cycling a lot. Obviously, if people build him on counter, Mort is gonna show up a lot of the places if that becomes the meta build. I'm talking more for RTA. Arena, obviously, this unit is easy. Yiki does easy to use. Guild War, easy to use. I'm more talking about RTA. When I'm making these like comparisons about like immunity and everything, just know that I'm talking more about RTA, right? So is that. Also, the skill 2, I forgot to mention, that is a debuff, so you can put these on bosses. I don't know if they're gonna make the hunts and them immune to it. They're probably going to make the hunts and stuff immune to it. I'm not sure, but there will be no point in introducing this if it's like there will be no point in introducing this if they're gonna just make every boss immune to it. So yeah. Because what's the point? Like ads, we don't really care about ads. We care about killing the bosses. So if you put down a boss and reduce the boss's HP by 25%, and a lot of these bosses have like 110,000 plus. I think Wyvern is 120 or 120,000. I'm not sure, but around that range. A lot of the bosses have a lot of HP, so if you can reduce that by 25%, it speeds up your fight by a considerable amount.
10 souls.
Alright. So this artifact, a precious connection, very good knight artifact. Increases health by 10%, which a lot of knights and stuff could use. And at the start of the turn, gains 10 soul. Okay, can only be activated twice per battle. Okay. So I will probably run Elbrus on my Raz. Maybe. It depends on how it performs. It depends. That's just how I play. And then gonna be activated twice per battle. Okay. I could see this thing becoming a new playstyle for Bossarunka, even though I hate seeing that unit, but Bossarunka, you can just build her the way you just want to do the skill ones instead of just focus on the skill threes so much. I mean on counter set so much. You can have her cycle more, and then she takes turns. She takes turns, and every time she's gonna push up on her turn, she's gonna get that free soul for that defense break with the dual attack with the highest attack person. Oh my god, I don't even want to think about that. I can see this artifact being good on a lot of knights. You know, Bellion's probably gonna keep her 3F. You know, so I don't see her using this. Yeah, I can see Barunka using this very good. A more aggressive style of Barunka. I can see that. I can see that happening. But yeah, it's also good for him as well. When he pushes up and he gets his turn, he's going to he's gonna get a free soul so he can soul burn. You're gonna free 10 souls so he can soul burn his skill 2, and then take the turn again with a skill 3 if he crits, and then give 10 souls back to his team. So it's a very soul efficient artifact, especially for Bossarunka as well, since she cycles so fast when you hit her. She's gonna get that soul burn out there quick, which also helps you save souls if you're trying to soul burn somebody else on your team. Since she gets a free 10 souls for herself, you don't have to worry about saving souls for her skill 1. Things like that. It's very good. You can get somebody with... Actually, he's not a warrior. You can have a warrior on your team with the fire crowd artifact, so you can get that right away too. There's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of things you could build souls with, you know. Let's see. That's a very good artifact though. You get it all for free. Yeah, check-in event. W.
Heir of the covenant, the embodiment of the goddess who protects the world. Genesis Ras can be obtained once you've cleared the mission Divinity Recovery.
Yeah, you have to clear that mission. Again, I'm assuming this is gonna take at least a month to get him. If it's less than that, if it's less than that, then that's crazy. But I'm assuming he's gonna take like a month. Yeah, there might be ways to like speed on it. Like some people say that there might be sky stones to skip some missions or something, but we don't know.
For clearing the 6th world episode. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, reduces max HP by half. That's a lot. Revival without being affected by debuffs. Doesn't Genesis sound incredibly powerful? Just remember, you can get his powerful Genesis Ras just by playing the game. Starting August 28th. We hope you'll stay tuned for more details. It's funny. It's crazy that he won't. He won't. I don't know if it's possible to get him way faster. If it's possible to get him way faster, then I don't know if I don't think he's going to be available for the World Cup. So we probably won't be able to see footage of him, like gameplay of him during the World Cup finals or anything like that. So hey, that's a little bit unfortunate, but hey. Yep, let's go. The girl, the goat. I said this, man. I said this in my predictions video. the predictions in the video with about the side story, the MLT eaters, the one. I said it has to be either Mercedes or Yulha. That was the only two it could be, but Mercedes I was more leaning toward because it makes sense too that would when Raz coming out they would try to put Mercedes somewhere near him, and she's in the church as well. So she's pretending to be some kind of goddess or whatever, but she's in the, so it makes sense that they'll try to put her somewhere in the vicinity of Raz as well, keep them together, you know.
네, 메르세데스와 마침내 붙이게 되죠.
네, 새로운 메르세데스가 얼마 전 신규 오래갑니다. 마지막 맞는 이야기가
In the
처음
Moonlight Theater episode,
비록 기원이라 또한 다른 세계이긴 하지만
she's from a different world than Genesis Raz. Well, she's from a different world.
얼굴을 드러내는데요. 비록 기원이라 또한 다른
Mm.
세계이긴 하지만 오늘 이 자리에서 꼭 먼저 보여드리고 싶었습니다.
Yes, let's check out the preview for Mercedes. All right. They didn't voice act this part, but the voice actor here is very good.
Of abundance be always with thee. Speak,
Mm.
and let thy desire be known. For I
The way she speaks too, like this sounds like Archdemon. The way she speaks is like Archdemon kinda. But this is regular Mercedes, I think, MO of her.
and let thy desire be known.
But the way she speaks is this is Archdemon's voice actor. It sounds like
For I am merciful.
it's Archdemon speaking.
May rapture flourish the world. I shall bestow a benediction almighty. Thou who seekest my mercy, lay
Poor Briar, man. I feel bad for the girl, man. Briar.
everything is written in your fate. There is no point in struggling. For your beloved nation, you shall wither away of it.
Oh my god, that's evil as heck.
Thou who slays everything for your beloved nation,
I'm pretty sure this is probably gonna be part of the skill 3, or this is a lobby animation or something.
thy wretched sacrifice. May rapture flourish the world, but a meager life has time. I shall
Yeah, I think this might be her lobby animation, or it might be some part of her skill 3 or something. Because she's talking a lot in this lobby anime. If this is a lobby, she's speaking a lot. She's speaking a lot.
flourish the world, but a meager life has time. I shall bestow a benediction almighty, unworthy soul. Let your death burden this land.
Let's take a look at that again. So, my predictions for this girl. I think she might be two things. She either is a mage, another mage. I think all the Mercedes are mages, right? Aren't they? She might be a mage, or this might be a soul weaver, and I'll tell you why I think that is. Like if we look at her animation, she seems like a. This seems like debuffs, right? This like what is telling me about like what I want the character to be. This is either a passive or a skill 3. Alright, she takes something, she brings it back to herself, and then it turns into like a light orb. We see her eyes and everything, and then she puts it on herself, which is like some kind of a self buff or evolution, whatever that is. Which I think, I'm hoping, this is my hopes, is either she's a mage and she's like, since she has like a dark and a light those things holding her, those spirits things beside her, um the spirit things beside her, maybe she's a new switch element. Maybe she's like she can switch between light and dark element. That would be cool. That would be cool. And you see here as well in this preview, they show like a light one of the thing with her where is it? Yeah, she's here with the light one, and then she goes into the dark version here, right? So it would be cool if she can swap elements if she's a mage, right? Now, as far as for the Soul Weaver, as far as the Soul Weaver, it looks like she takes something here and she puts it on herself. It might be AOE, but we're not sure from it because it's only her standing there, right? And one thing I she turned like darkness into light, kinda, right? That she did some dark things, she turned it into light. And in the story, we did see her healing Alexa, right? That's why I think she might be a Soul Weaver. But um, there's something that I want to say about that. If she is a cleanser, right? If she is a cleanser, obviously Tenebria is going to just destroy that, right? Now you might say, well, you have Ras, but what if the person picks Ras and Tenebria? Okay, you don't have Ras, okay? So there's that. Um, so what I think it could be if she's a Soul Weaver is um she could get a new cleansing effect that does not count as cleanse. For the name I came up for this thing was like restoration or something like that. So you could um it's gonna be a way to cleanse without cleansing, like restoring something back to where it was or something like that, right? Restoring something back to where it was, and then that will probably do something like like a pseudo cleanse that doesn't really cleanse. It would be interesting, like that. They can even make that so, dude. That opens up the possibility also for her to be an injury healer, like heal injury, right? Because if you restore things back, then not only is the debuffs gone, but also the injury is also lessened or gone. So that would be insane, I think. All right. So hey, hopefully one of those two is true, but if it isn't, hey, I mean, I'm here for the character anyways. Remember, they gave us memory imprints for this character, so I'm assuming her imprints are going to be very important. It would suck. I spent mine because I mean we play gacha games for summoning, man. It's like, oh yeah, the smart thing to do is to save them for her imprints. But yeah, imagine she's a ML5 with a speed imprint for free. You don't want to be that person, okay? All right, that doesn't have it. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. But hey, you don't wanna miss out on that. So she is technically a boss character, right? Because her imprints are in the shop. Her imprints are shop. They confirmed that. So she's gonna bring a new mechanic as well. She is gonna bring a new mechanic as well, since she is a boss also, just like Raz brings that disintegration. So she's gonna be the banner character. Raz is gonna be the free anniversary unit. It's a new Briar there as well, or is that a new Briar? It looks like it's a different skin, but I could be wrong. It would be so cool if you can change elements. So this where they're talking about the art design and everything. I'm not gonna go over that. It's really cool to look at if you want to. But yeah, they used to do this at the they used to do this in the character previews before. They like, when they show like the different poses of the character, like different stages of the design. They used to show them like drawing and coloring in the character and everything, but they removed that for some reason. But hey, I don't know why. But hey, here we got an update on it. But yeah, that is Genesis Ras' section and him and Mercedes. But yeah, we will come back for the rest of the things.